Oh, you just put the puppy in the thumbnail so I'd click on it. Yeah. And welcome back to the new and improved workshop. This place is certainly coming along. Home remodel's done, so if you're like, would you quit being that? So if you're like, would you please pretend you stopped? Would you? Home remodel. Jeez, home remodel is basically done, so this old house kind of crap is, out the door, and time for some project videos. So today we're gonna do an outfeed table for my table saw. This is gonna be like the center of the workshop. Check out the cage video, please, it's sweet. I've got my dust collection going, the lights are almost hooked up. But we need a work surface, so that's today's project. Now, believe it or not, I do have project plans for this. So if you see this table and you're like, I gotta get one of those, well, you have to build one, but at least I've got plans, and you're all very capable, and I know this. So, first things first, I think we'll cut down our lumber. We're working with just dimensional construction lumber from, your average home improvement store. I'm gonna cut everything to length. We'll take you along with us, and I think it'll be a good day. Happy Sunday, kids. Get to it. So everything's cut to length on the miter saw. Next thing I want to do is, a lot of this construction lumber comes with like a nice little 1/4" bevel on the side, and that's to keep it so it doesn't cut you when you're handling it and stuff. But in order to dress it up a little bit, we're just going to take a 1/4" off each side. This will be a 5 by 1.5 or a 5 by 2 instead of a 6 by 2. And that'll give us the dimensions to meet our plans. Okay, now that we've got everything cut, we can start to assemble the legs. Now, each leg consists of one of these and one of these, and they fit together just like that. So you end up having a tenon on one side and a couple of mortises that just kind of appear once you put the two pieces together. Now, if you're going for like sexy look, you could just glue and clamp these. Since I'm gonna paint this thing anyway, I'm just gonna use screws, so I'll glue it and then I'll screw them together, and all those screw holes and stuff are just gonna be patched in the end so you won't be able to see them, but for sake of time. So what we'll do is we're gonna start assembling these legs. Once the legs are together, we'll move on to the frame, put it all together, and see what we're working with so far.
Reaching out.
Kind of hoping I could accomplish putting on the plywood top. That's gonna be what the MDF is screwed to. And so we're actually gonna go pretty heavy with the screws and glue. Make sure we have an even overlap on all the sides. And then try and cut this piece here for the bottom. One pro tip, if need be, in my case I don't have an outfeed table. What I could do, and I do have some sawhorses, what I could do is put the top on, jack this thing up a little bit, use it as my outfeed table, and cut that bottom section to length. The best option is just to have your local home store do it wherever you bought it. They're usually happy to just rip that thing for it. We'll get started. With any luck, we might throw on a coat of paint. This is not gonna fit. I didn't think that through. Cut it in half. Try it that way maybe. I'll try it a little bit longer, but I think we're gonna have to cut it. So, unfortunately, my calculations were off. Not by a lot, just by a little, but I wasn't able to fit this bottom section of plywood that sits within the four legs on the frame. I got the angles and the length wrong somehow, just by a tiny bit, but it wouldn't fit. Still looks fine, and I'll still correct the plans. Just a word of warning. So rather than take me, half hour to put the top and the bottom on, it took me more like 3 hours to get the fit right, cut it in half, yada yada yada. Bottom line is, drop the bottom in while you're building the frame, and life will be so much easier. Oh well, let me learn. Time for some paint. Probably 2 coats. Then we'll throw the top on. We'll call it a day on this project. Let's do it. We're done. Like I said, I've got plans for this, so go ahead and download those plans. I'll put a link in the description. Mother's Day is coming up. I'm sure Mom would love a new outfeed table, so there's your excuse to go get them. They're free. And subscribe. Subscribe so you can keep up with the rest of these projects. Lots more exciting stuff coming in the shop. As always, trust your guide. We'll see you next time. Bye.